Hello, pastor friends. I just wanted to give you a quick tour of some of the Southwest Village apartments, the transformational living site that we've got going, and give you a little bit of a look at what it might take to mobilize a team to put an apartment or two together. Many of you have said that you're interested in helping us out with this, so I just wanted you to get a quick look at some of the things that might go into something like this. And so this is them. This is the apartments outside. A very tranquil place, and I'm looking forward to seeing what God does with it. The exterior on most of the apartments is fairly good shape. There's some opportunity to come in and do some, landscaping and things like that, but most of the work is inside, and I will give you a look at that. So this is what it looks like. This is one of the ones that is in more bad condition than the others, but wanted you to just get a look at what it might take. And so what we're thinking is that maybe you would be willing to put together a team of workers that will help us come in. We'll provide a list of the paint and the supplies, and we may even try to get some of this done in bulk, where really all you would have to do is provide volunteers to come and take an apartment. If you're willing to help us financially, we'd love that also, but definitely not a requirement to be able to take one of these. So as you can see, this one we've come through and we've done some of the gutting already. I'll show you a picture in a minute of some that are not, but basically we'd like to come out, strip the baseboards. Some of the flooring is tile, but we'll probably come back and put just some of the click together sort of laminate flooring over the top of this. We'd probably want to replace fixtures. Some of it needs some sheetrock work. All of it will at least need some patching, but mostly, it's pretty simple sheetrock sort of repair work. The fixtures probably should be replaced. There are some places where we have random doors, that have damage that we might want to replace. This is the kitchen, and again, the cabinets have been taken out of this one. Many of them will probably want to take out the cabinets and replace them just because they're in bad shape. And then in the back side of them, we found a lot of roaches and things like that. They've been lived in hard, but the pictures are worse than what it really is, though. I think most of this is pretty easy stuff. But then we'll come back and put in some cabinets, dishwasher, refrigerator, stuff like that. We have most of the appliances, or we'll have them by the time we get there, where I think the appliance part will be pretty simple, but putting in cabinets probably before that, sealing up all of these cracks and things with some foam so the roaches don't go back and forth between apartments. And then they're all 3-bedroom units. This is the living space. We've been talking about maybe trying to demo that wall in between and just kind of replacing that side wall where it makes this a little bit more open, and we have more room for appliances and refrigerator, things like that back there. And then they all have a similar layout. They're all 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, where in the bathrooms, it might be replacing a toilet here and there. It might be replacing a sink here and there. Some of them are in good shape and can stay, but just the random handlebars. Most of them, the showers are good and just need new fixtures, but we might replace a shower or two here and there, depending on the exact department that you're in. Then we have just mostly paint work on the walls. Some of the outlet covers, we might want to replace those, but we can help with that, the skilled labor part. Unless you have somebody in your congregation who can do that and maybe wants to volunteer for all of it. But basically this is the second bedroom. This one is a little bit torn up, like the door jambs are, not this one, but this one. The door jambs are kind of torn up, and so we might just replace all of that door, just rip that out and replace all of it. So maybe a few doors, maybe a few fixed toilets here and there, and then just new baseboards, paint. This is the master bedroom. And some of them, the bathroom door swings the wrong way, and so we might put in like a little barn door that swings this way instead in there. So it's just a few updates like that. But mostly it's that's the extent of the work. It's a lot of work. And so that's why we're hoping that you might come alongside us. But we want to get these all in really good shape so then we can bring a family in and really give them some pride in their place and be able to keep ahead of the maintenance needs. So this is one that doesn't have all of the demo work done yet. It would be mostly just taking things down off the walls, but then I mostly wanted to show you what it looks like with cabinets in there. So some of these, we may just come in and paint, depending on the condition, but then others we might rip them out and replace everything. Some of the appliances are good, some of them we'll need to replace, and like baseboards and things like that probably need to replace, maybe paint some of this, things like that. And then the last thing I wanted to show you is that there's this big area out here where it backs up to a creek, and so at some point we might could use some teams that would just come in and clean up the brush, turn this into a little bit of a park space. And then if you look across the property there all the way over to where that house is, those lots now are in the process of being transferred over to HLCN for ownership. And so our thought is to maybe come back and then build some tiny homes in that space where we can take families in and help support them that are either smaller families or where we can watch them for a period of time in a more controlled setting before we put them into the apartments. And so this is currently the Southwest Village Apartments, and will soon to be Transformational Living. The street that runs through them is the Village Circle in Marble Falls, and so feel free to swing by anytime you want. Call me if you want me to come give you a personal tour. But thanks for watching this, and we're ready to go. So let us know. Basically all we're asking right now is that we just need to know who's in charge of your team, and then we can start working details of getting the apartment to you, and then start working on getting them refurbished. We'd also love, we've got some families identified, and so we'd love to have them be able to join you as you work on this, so that maybe you can establish a relationship that way. So lots of exciting stuff planned. We love you guys. Let me know if you have any questions.